Hi everyone, this is daveac and this is my vblog 199 for Friday the 11th of May 2012. Recorded one day later, I'm afraid, on Saturday the 12th. I've got a new battery for my netbook and a new wine for myself. Yes, can you believe it? Episode 199. It looks as though this daveac vlog might make it to the 200th episode. Very near, of course, to being on air now for 4 years, once a week. Even I can do the maths on that one. 4 weeks short of 4 years. Well, woohoo! Well, let's get on with it. Podcasting news to start with. There isn't a new Doctor Who Pod Shock up yet, but I have recorded one with Lewis, and that should be up on the feeds very soon. That will be episode 270 of Doctor Who Pod Shock. And of course, it's the Gallifreyan Embassy, podshock.net. Now, on the 5th of May, the Cultum Collective, we were doing our episode, and we went back to classic Doctor Who for this one. It was Best Classic Doctor Who Moments. So look that one up, episode 149 of the Cultum Collective. We haven't put up a midweek episode, but we have recorded an interview, and Ian's currently doing the editing on that, and that is an interview, and it's John Predle, make sure I get the name right, and hopefully that will be up both on the Cultum Collective and a cut down version, I think, on an upcoming Podshock. This coming Sunday, we're doing episode 150 of the Cultum Collective, and that is on Smallville. Yeah, I have been extremely busy. Just here, 3 of the box sets for Smallville. Just in case you didn't know, there were 10 seasons for it, over 200 episodes, and I'm trying to hunt around for a few clips to use on our show on Sunday. I've got the first 9 series on DVD, so there's no way I'm going to get anything but a few little sample bits of some of the main characters and maybe 1 or 2 story points, but we'll try not be too spoilerish for the very ending of series 10. So that's on Touch ID 54821 Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And this, by the way, is a prelude to what we hope to be every now and again asking somebody in the collective to do and lead a topic on a TV or TV series or a movie franchise that they really like. It could even be books or animated material. The point is to let the Cultum Collective have their own go at running the topic on a live show. So, talked about that a lot. There's been a little bit of tech news online, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about my own little bit of tech news, because this has come. Ordered off eBay. What is it? Well, it's a new battery for my netbook. This is the netbook that my son let me have when he first got his iPad. Of course, I've got his iPad now, and he's got the newer iPad 2, not the 3. Just showing you, by the way, I've just been uploading to my daveac Blip TV's photo stream on Flickr, and as you can see there, I'm not sure whether I can scroll on this at the moment. I don't like these things. Let's have a little look and see if I can do it with the mouse. What it is the Northwest Wine Festival I went to. I've uploaded the photographs now onto my Flickr account. So that's flickr.com/photos/daveac. And hope you'll take a look at those. Of course, if you're already friends with me on Facebook or on Google+, you will have already had a chance to see the pictures. But this Flickr, of course, is open to anybody to have a look at. There's 36 pictures of the Northwest Spring Wine Fest, which was the 5th and 6th of May here in Manchester, held at St. Peter's Church. Okay. let me go a bit. Oh, dear me. I'm sorry. I want to also mention another podcast, and that is I want to mention a big shout out to Kerry Partin for GC Community Chat. He's coming up with his 100th show this Thursday. He will be doing that at a live event, but it won't be going up on his TalkShoe site live. He's going to do a local recording and then upload it. But his call series ID is 72757. And of course, I'm sure you'll find it on iTunes. That's GC Community Chat with Kerry Partin. And of course, it's about the Garden City community in America, but it's a very, very interesting podcast. Kerry does a great job as host, and all the best to you, Kerry, on your 100th episode. Also, I want to just jump back to those photographs, not organised. I'm also trying to get them uploaded to PhotoBucket, but I think I'm going a little bit off PhotoBucket, because when I put photos on there recently, people have said they didn't really want to go and look at them on PhotoBucket because they saw too many adverts when they were there. And that's why, of course, I opened that Flickr account. Okay. Couple of brief tech news, as I say. BBC Sport are supposed to be getting more of their material on wider and wider methods of watching, and apparently it will shortly be available on the PlayStation 3, mainly, of course, with the upcoming Olympics, but I think there will be other sports represented, and whether those will stay, of course, you will need to have your PlayStation 3 connected to the internet for this. But it will be like an additional feature to the BBC iPlayer. And one more little bit about tech stuff. If you've got an Apple OS, there's the latest update to Apple 5.1.1. Right. Well, I think it's about time I had a little sip of my wine. It is a little bit short, as I say. I've been so busy. I apologise for that. I haven't got round to getting more of those other DVDs. I'm reading the Mythological Dimensions of Neil Gaiman, ready for doing an interview with them. I'm reading Neverwhere, a Neil Gaiman book, ready for that interview as well. I've been uploading these photographs. I've just spent a few days last week uploading the videos from that event to my DAC100 YouTube site, and so hopefully we can get at least somewhere organised for episode 200 of daveac on blip.tv. But I've got a little bit of a treat for myself, if not you. It's another Naked Wines. Dramatis personae, is that? It's a wine from Argentina. It's got a blend there of Malbec, Cabernet Sauvignon and Bonarda. I think that's how it's pronounced. An awful lot of information on the back, but not much about how it's supposed to taste. So there's the close-up, freeze frame, and here it is poured out, all nice and warm. It's been poured out for over an hour now because I've been doing other bits and pieces, and I'm more than ready to have a smell and a taste. And before I taste it, I've got to brew a toast with this. Yes, to Judy and Sandy. They're getting married today. I hope it's been a really great day for you, and I'm going to take this opportunity to toast your health. No, I haven't touched it yet, honestly. I hope you've had a really great day, and Ros and Tom, I hope you had a great day with their family. So here we go, and let's have a taste. Ooh, very, very dark chocolatey and licorice notes on that. Ooh. Very, very dark blackberry notes on there, and we're getting not a lot of oak, but there's a slight vanilla edge to it. I'm not getting anything floral on the nose. In fact, I'm not getting an awful lot on the nose, come to think of it. Just that general sort of farmyard dirt track smell. Have another taste. It's really very intense, and it is really going actually a little bit more jammy now. Oh, let me just see if it says anything at all on there. But the blend is extremely nice. It actually reminds me of a posh version of the Banrock Station wine that I drink. The Banrock Station Reserva, certainly the better one, perhaps not the standard one, but that's really nice. I didn't say, by the way, it's 14% by alcohol content. It's 2010, and the price before the discount from Naked Wines was £8.50. So probably it means I paid £6, which probably means I paid $10. So it's a $13 or $14 wine that I paid $10 for through the Naked Wines scheme. Oh, and that reminds me, there's one more thing to say. Naked Wines is going international. They're opening up their service to Australia and America. Ian the Sixth Doctor has already put his name down to be a beta member of the Naked Wines in the USA. He lives in Florida, of course, and hopefully that means that if he can get some orders from Naked Wines, it will mean even more so that when we have an occasional, just an occasional glass of wine at the weekend, we can both perhaps get the same wines and make a better comparison of the wines. So that is really, for us, going to be a really great thing to do. It's, I mean, especially nowadays with Google Plus coming out with these Hangouts. We've tried a couple of Hangouts on there, and it really is nice because I don't know whether you're aware of it, but with Skype, in fact, Skype's losing some of its functionality. Back to tech again, I know. My latest update of Skype, and I wouldn't have updated it if I'd known this, is they've stopped the screen sharing capability, which was really rather useful, I found. That's gone. Of course, if you want to have more than 2 people on video, you can't do it without paying extra. And there, on Google Plus, you can have up to 10 people on a Hangout, all talking together, all on video. And you can have any number of people, of course, watching and listening along at the same time. Well, time's nearly up. I've got to go soon. I'm getting ready, of course, to, because it's Saturday, I'm getting ready to go on to Twilight Zone. Let's see if I can give them a little shout out. Yes, that's Talking Twilight Zone. That's also on TalkShoe, and the TalkShoe ID is 68228. That's every other Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and that means it's going to start in about half an hour on this particular Saturday the 12th, which means if you're watching this, the next one to look out for, it will be in 2 Saturdays from now. Well, with that, I'm going to say one more little taste, and then we'd better close out. And remember, next week's Dave AC will be the 200th episode. I'll have to be a bit more organised for that, won't I? Very, very intense. A very slight bitter edge to it as well. That may just mellow down and integrate as it opens up even more. So, oh, and don't forget, Big and Fruity Wine Podcast every Tuesday, TalkShoe ID 112272, and that's at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on TalkShoe. So with that, my time is up. Hopefully I'll be more organised, and see you next week for episode 200.